Hi, Jax. It's Evan News. We've come over for lunch.
Come on in.
What are you cooking?
I am cooking up just a very simple Italian salmon tortellini lunch. Just something really simple and easy that I can sit down and nibble away at with some greens from my garden.
Delicious. They're from your garden?
Yeah, of course.
Beautiful. Hey, so for our readers watching right now, why do you look so familiar?
Oh wow, so for many reasons. So in 2011, I was a contestant on MasterChef, New Zealand MasterChef, and I ended up in the final with Nadia Lim. And I don't want to say it, but my macaroon tower fell down. And I came second and she came first. And then I went on to be the first woman of colour to ever represent progressive foods for Countdown. So I did Countdown ads for 8 years. And then I was a presenter on Good Morning. And then I've done lots of other things social media wise. So many things really.
Great. Hey, so we've heard that you plan on living forever. Tell me, how exactly are you going to achieve that?
My plan is to make such an impression while I'm here now that people are going to be talking about me in 100 and 200 and 300 years time. That's my plan. Because when you think about songs and you think about legends, and I think I am a legend, that's how they manage to live for a lot longer.
Hey, speaking of living forever, you've got 2 million of something. Tell me about that.
I do! I have 2.3 million viewers on TikTok, which is a really long story, but it just happened, and they are global, which is beautiful, and I love all my little TikTok friends.
That's fantastic. Hey, so what's something that you miss about London's food offerings?
I really miss the dirty, kind of gritty, kind of dirty food. You know, you could go down to Brixton Market and you could get a Jamaican patty and you can eat it on the street and it's really hot. Or you could go to Borough Market and you can get like a whole bushel of escargot. There's nothing like that really here, and I really miss that about London. But it's bigger and it's, there's more people and all of those bits and pieces, and so yeah, I miss all that.
So what's in there?
It's just butter, oil, and then I've put in there some of my kale and some beetroot tops, and then pasta vera, salmon tortellini, and some bocconcini, and some coriander pesto. So what I tend to do as well when I make pasta, I always put parmesan at the bottom of the plate.
At the bottom?
Yeah. So you get that sticky yumminess at the bottom. And then...
so no boring bits?
Yeah, from the top to the bottom. Always. Just put a nice shiver on the bottom. Shiver.
Beautiful place.
I grew up, they're my plates from my childhood, yeah.
That's so pretty.
Thank you.
So Jax, what's a Kiwi food that you think Londoners would go crazy over?
Do you know, I think that would be feijoas. And you know, let me tell you why. I'll just sit down. There are no feijoas in London, in England. In my 37 years I lived there, I never had a feijoa until I came to New Zealand in 2001. And my neighbour gave me a bag and she said to me, don't eat them because they're disgusting. But then I like them. So they're very polarising. So I think that would spin the minds of people in England because they think they've experienced everything and they haven't.
So you're passionate about music, Jax. What do you listen to when you're cooking?
I have music in all sorts of formats, but when I cook, I like to drop the needle on vinyl, because what happens is the vibrations just kind of go into the corners of every room, just like the fragrance of the food goes into the corners of the room. And so while I'm cooking, I get that I'm fed by the vinyl and the music, and while I'm being fed by the music, the food feeds everyone else. It's just like a beautiful, cohesive symbiosis.
Symbiosis?
Hey? What the hell am I saying?
What's a question you've never been asked?
I've never been asked, if I wasn't a foodie, what would I be?
Jax, if you weren't a foodie, what would you be?
None of your business. No, I'd be a writer because I love words. You know what I love about words is When you write them down, we call that spelling. So we cast a spell when we put words out there. And I think that's really important because words are really expensive. So in my home, there are lots of places where you can create words. And I think that's really important. I think that's important to know. And that's what I'll be, a writer.
So as of our September issue of Avenues, Jax, you're going to be our food editor. What treats are we in for?
Oh my goodness. I want to bring, I know there's lots of vibrancy, but I want to talk to the people who are making those amazing little morsels in those markets that we don't get to taste. As well as the big, degustations and award winners and, those people. I want to take all of the food in Christchurch and all of the food in Canterbury and bring it to life on the pages of Avenues. I think that's my duty.
If you could change anything about the world with the click of a button, Jax, what would it be?
I would change racism, because racism is the biggest amount of hate for the littlest amount of reason. And we all are part of humankind. So it's our duty to be kind humans. Just like that. Change people's lives.
Jax, you are a kind human. Thank you so much for having us. We're going to leave you to enjoy your lunch.
Josh, where is the wine? You promised me some wine.
We don't have wine right
It's
now.
peanut hour. Come on.
Maybe next time.
Hello?
See you later, Jax.
Right, see ya.